welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do my Pan-That palette and my Pan-That palette in order update. Yeah, it's been okay. It's been an okay month. I haven't really used one of these very much. I do have somewhat of an exciting update. I have a pan. Where is my pan gonna be? Who knows, right? But I have a pan in one of these to share with you. And so, yeah, it's been okay. There is one, okay, so basically I've been working on, I'm trying to extend the inevitable, but I have to give you my update, right? That's the whole point of you being here. I just don't want to. I don't want to because I barely went into this. This is my Pan-That palette for the year, the Flower Moon. And I hardly went into any shades. I was looking at my numbers. I'm like, wow, there's hardly anything to show. But we are at the midway point for the year. So I've officially done 6 months now of working on this palette. I'm going to show you on the screen the different months of what it looked like every single month, and then we'll get to what it looks like now. Maybe that will be a little bit more encouraging for me when I'm editing. I'm like, oh, I actually have got pretty far, because when I rolled this in at the beginning of the year, I had one pan, and I didn't have any pans in anything else, and I hadn't really used the palette that much. So yeah, I think where I am right now, it doesn't really look that different from last month. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm a little bit like, where did all my use go? I think I've just been kind of struggling. So anyway, this is what the palette looks like now. There is one visible change, but otherwise everything I think looks the same. So if you can spot it, you can spot it. But yeah, anyway, let me just go through my uses. I've gone into this Bloom shade 3 times. This is a shade that I've kind of neglected, but I ended up going into it 3 times, including today for this update. I went into Pink Moon once, and then I went into Freesia 3 times this month, and I ended up hitting pan. I will put up on the screen how long it took me to hit pan. Here it is. Here's the magical number. But I did end up hitting pans, my new pan for this month. It is one of the shades that I kind of wanted to focus on hitting pan because it looked pretty close to hitting, it looked pretty close last month. Let's just put it that way. So I knew that was probably going to be one of the next ones. This is another one that I want to hit pan, but I've only gone into it once this last update. I really love this shade, but I think, as stupid as it sounds, I'm kind of avoiding that shade because it's so pretty. This is so pretty. This is such a pretty shade. And the thing is, it might not look it at first glance, but it is very, very similar to the shade that I'm trying to hit pan on in The Lovers from Cosmic Beauty. Let me just swatch them actually side by side. I haven't actually done this yet, but that obviously is the Flower Moon, and the Cosmic Beauty shade is called Connection, and it is right here. So let me just go into a different, it just looks the same. So here we go, and then here we go. So they are different. I haven't actually swatched them side by side. They are different, but on the lids, they wouldn't be that different. So I love them both, but because I'm really trying to hit pan in this, I just don't see the point in going into this, although they actually look really pretty together. The Flower Moon one is a little bit lighter and brighter, but in my mind, I feel like they're the same shade. So that's kind of why I'm avoiding it. I think that's why I'm avoiding it. I'm avoiding it subconsciously because it's also just such a gorgeous shade. I think Pink Moon and Flower Moon are my favorite in this palette, but quite honestly, all of the shimmers are just gorgeous. I hate to say it, but I just love the formula. I love it. Okay, so anyway, moving back to my uses. So yeah, Flower Moon I only use once. Probably gonna be the next shade that I hit pan on, but yeah, like I said, I'm working on the Lovers shade, so I don't know, we'll see how long that takes. I did go into Persephone once, I went into Dahlia once, and I went into April Showers once. And then I didn't go into any of these, okay? I went into a Sprout once, and then I didn't go into any of these, but I went into Renew 3 times. So there we have it. Is it really being used as a Pan-That palette? I feel like I'm only going into this palette as a companion palette at this point to all of the rest of the eyeshadow project pans that I'm that I'm currently working on. And, you know, I think that's just what it is. It's not a palette, I've said this multiple times, not a palette that I use every single day in all my looks. I don't want to go into all of these shades. Also, I mean, I would be going into this shade quite a bit more. I'm doing a lot of peachy looks, but the problem is I'm working on a peach shade in my Pan palette in order, which is the Mercury Retrograde from Huda Beauty, which obviously I will speak about in a moment. So even this one I kind of am avoiding because I'm not going to want to use that one and then these. I mean, actually they do kind of all pair together, but there's just something in me, I'm just not going into them because I'm already focusing on the one shade that is in that palette. So yeah, I just feel as though it stopped being my priority for a little bit. But obviously when you see where I was at the start of the year and you see where I am now, I do know that there's a lot of change. There's a lot of new pans. These shimmers don't take me too long to hit pan. They are kind of similar to the Gloss shimmers. I don't need to spend too much time in terms of uses to hit pan because they are so malleable, so creamy, and delicious. Like a lot of these shades are super delicious. Now, obviously I'm avoiding all the greens. Why am I avoiding the greens? I don't know. I don't know, because when I first got this palette, I think one of the first looks of the second looks that I did, I honed in straight from the greens, and the greens in here are beautiful. I'm just not in a green mood right now. So that is kind of where we are. I feel like I've barely gone into it this month, but I do know my total uses for my palettes, and I do have quite a lot of use on this for the year. It's just, this is where we are, and it's just different to last year, because last year I had a lot of neutrals that were very easy to go into. This is not a neutral palette for me. It could be neutral for some other people. I can make it neutral, but it's not fully neutral, is it? So that's just where we are. With the Flower Moon, I'm still enjoying it, but like it's just a companion palette at this point, and that is where we are with that one. Okay, so my Pan palette in order is the Mercury Retrograde. This one I'm just going across from the first row, and I haven't been doing too much. I was thinking just earlier, I probably, depending on how I feel by the end of the year, maybe I'll just extend this for another year, because I am going pretty slowly with this, and I am really enjoying going into this palette, but I haven't got to like the tricky shades of the shades that I think I will hate, because I'm only on shade 2, which is crazy. Like midway through the year, I've only hit pan in 1 shade. So yeah. Anyway, this is where we are with this. This is what it looks like. I was so hoping to have a pan in here. I went into it 7 more times since the last update. It's what I have on my eyes today. Honestly, I thought I was gonna hit pan today, and I was like, here's my new shiny pan. I did it today, and I didn't. So that is a shame, because I actually really want to hit pan in this so I can just work on some other shades that, like I said, are kind of similar, and I don't have to, you know, neglect them because I'm focusing on this one so much. I thought that I would have had a pan by now. I've gone into it about this amount of times since I rolled it into the project, and for me that's kind of enough for me to hit pan in a matte shade, especially with a big fluffy brush. I'm using big fluffy brushes. I'm putting it all in the crease. It's not like a concentrated area that I'm putting the shade, and it's still not there, so it's crazy, but I do really like it. I do really like this shade, so it's not a problem. Yeah, I'm really worried about these 3 after it. I think these are going to be a nightmare for me, so maybe I should just enjoy this while I can, and then as soon as I get to this, I'm going to hate my life, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just feel not like I don't feel like a failure, but it would have been nice to come on here and be like, I hit pan in this, because I swear the next time I use this, I'm going to have a pan now. And so I guess next update, if that happens, I will automatically start working on this. I was already thinking the other day, should I even go into this? Maybe I should just start working on it. And maybe I should, because it's not competing with anything else. It's such, for me personally, an ugly shade. and the formula is not very good. It's like, it's not even like a nice shimmer anymore. I'm gonna use it like a matte because it's not even a proper satin anymore. It's really lost a lot of its shine. So I'm just gonna use it as like a deepening out the corner shade. That's probably how I'm gonna use it. And in that respect, maybe I actually can hit pan on it faster because then I'll use a more pointed brush. Maybe actually I will be able to hit pan in that pretty fast. Nebula one I think is going to be horrendous because this is very gritty and not a shade that I enjoy. I mean, it looks pretty there. Maybe I will be able to make this pretty. Actually, this is very pretty. What am I talking about? That is very pretty. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so it's just the awful purple shade that I need to get through. But yeah, I thought I was going to have a pan and I don't. So I'm really bummed. But you know what? Maybe by the end of the year, I'll see where I am with this and I might just extend it for next year. I've seen other people do that and I think I might want to do that because I don't want to just get like maybe 3 shades in and then stop working on it. I think that's at this point how slow I'm being. I think that's what's going to happen. And I would actually much rather work on this because it's an older palette as opposed to roll something else just for the fun of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, my Flower Moon, I think it is what it is, right? I got an extra pan. I think that's worth celebrating. I am enjoying the Bloom shade again. There was a few months where I wasn't even going into it at all, but it is this bright yellow gold that I have on my lids. And I think for the summer, it's quite nice. Flower Moon, I guess I'll just hit pan on it. I'll just do it. You know, I think it'll be easier actually to hit pan on that versus the Lover shade. That was taking me forever. I actually have the Lover shade on here. I can't stop using it. It's so beautiful. But no, maybe I will, now that I see that it's a slightly different, maybe I will go into that one. The next one that I think I'll try to hit pan on is probably maybe Bloom, since I'm going into it naturally, or April Showers. I don't know. I don't know about April Showers. Maybe Bloom. Maybe Bloom. So Flower Moon and Bloom will be the 2 that I concentrate on. I would really like to go more into the mattes maybe next update too, since I didn't go into any of them aside from the really dark one. So that's my bad. And maybe, yeah, my goal would be maybe to try to go into the greens a little bit more before next update. We'll see if that is doable. I don't know. I'm just going for all these peachy pinky vibes because it's literally all the shades that I'm trying to hit pan on. So there are no other greens in my collection that I'm trying to hit pan on. So I don't really want to go into the greens in there. Maybe that's what's going on. But anyway, that is my update. Kind of short and sweet, and not kind of deflated, honestly. But I do have the pan, so maybe I need to like pat my back, pat my shoulder a little bit. You know, it's doing okay, but it's definitely not where I thought I would be midway through the year. But actually, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just being too hard on myself. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you would like to, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.